Hi everybody, I'm back with my series of songs from albums I've produced. And a couple of days ago I sang a song from a record that I produced with Eric Nagler. It was my first foray into children's music. And the record was called Fiddle Up a Tune. And it came out on the Elephant record label, and which was Sharon Lois and Bram's recording label, Elephant Records. It turns out that that project was a bit of an audition for me because Sharon Lois and Bram were looking for a producer at that time. And I guess I passed the audition because I ended up working with them on their next album and a number of albums after that. And we had a wonderful relationship for many years. So I'm going to do a song from that first project, but I want to tell you about it. It was a live album. They wanted to do an album capturing somehow the interaction between them and their audience because their music is all about participation. So a live album was kind of the ideal way of doing that. So that was the idea behind it. We searched around for halls in Toronto and so on. We ended up in a hall in Oakville, the Oakville Centre for the Performing Arts. And the engineer, recording engineer for the project was Chad Urshik from Inception Sound, a great studio in Toronto that I'd done a number of projects with. And Chad is a fabulous engineer and a wonderful guy. Well, this is back in like 1982, okay? Before the age of digital audio and all that stuff. And he had to cart his entire studio just about to the Oakville Centre. The huge console, the big recording machines and all this stuff. Anyway, I'm going to show you a picture. There he is behind the console with the multi-track recording machine behind him and so on, and racks of gear. And this was all located in a room underneath the stairs of the main auditorium. And that was the only place we could go. So it was quite a setup. Anyway, one of the interesting things that happened was, of course, you got to run wires from that setup to the stage. And we wanted to run the wires through the exit doors on to the left of the stage, and we were not allowed to do that because it was a fire exit, and they had to have that door completely sealed. So the only solution that they offered was they would drill a hole through the floor of the main auditorium, and we could run our wires through that. Apparently that hole is still there, plugged now, of course, but we like to call it the Sharon Lois and Bram Memorial Hole. Anyway, so that's the way the thing was set up. A couple of other pictures for you just before I move on. Here's a picture of after the show, and there's the band. We had a multi-piece band. It was a great bunch of musicians, and them and the crew all gathered in the backstage area. And there's me on the floor, and apparently they're pouring drinks on me. We're kind of celebrating the end of the project, and it turned out really well. And here's one more picture. This is Sharon Lois and Bram and me and Chad Urshik, the engineer, having a celebratory drink of wine to mark the successful conclusion of the project at our house in Toronto. Anyway, it did turn out really well. The project was called 1, 2, 3, 4 Live, and there's the cover there. And I'm going to do a song from the album that they did it towards the end of the concert, and kind of a special moment. Lois introduced the song by saying, "In 1978, we were Sharon Hampson, Lois Lilienstein, and Bram Morrison, and then we got together and we lost our last names and became Sharon, Lois, and Bram, and we've been together ever since, side by side." And here's the song. We ain't got a barrel of money. Maybe we're ragged and funny, but we'll travel along, singing a song, side by side. Well, don't know what's coming tomorrow. Maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing our load, side by all kinds of weather. What if the sky should fall? Just as long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all. Well, we've all had our quarrels and parts, next time. I love you. Doop, boop, boop, be doop. Sharon, Lois, and Bram. Sharon and Bram, love you guys. Lois, rest your soul. Love you too. It was a great experience working with these guys, and we remain friends to this day. Okay, see you next time.